Fellas, what's going on? It's your boy Nacho. I look weird. I shaved. I got tired of that look of having a little fucking facial hair. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. It was that impulse, you know what I'm saying? I know I look weird as fuck, but just let me know. Should I have kept the beard or just should I stay clean shaved? Um Aside from that, I just wanted to talk to you guys, of course, about some eccentric overload. Some questions that come across on my channel, and yeah, we're just gonna have a little talk. All right, guys. So a lot of people keep asking me, how much sets do you, or no, how much reps do you do per exercise? It's always the same, guys. It's 8 to 12 reps. Okay, and they always ask me, how long do you rest in between sessions? 7 to 10 days. Okay, and that's because we are chasing DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. Okay, so basically, we want to cause micro damage to our muscles, micro tears. When we do that, you have to give it time to rest. Okay, you have to give it 7 to 10 days to rest, depending on how much damage you cause. Because if you come in the gym and your body's still recovering and you work out again, you're gonna kill the myofibers. You're gonna fuck up the whole repair and remodeling process. So when you see people that are, that are lifting often, they're getting stronger, and they're like, oh, I'm building muscle, I'm getting stronger, blah blah blah. They're not building muscle because you need to give it time to repair and remodel. What they're doing is improving their neural drive, their CNS, and they're just aligning their sarcomeres in parallel so that they lift that weight concentrically better. Okay, they're not building myofibrils. They're not, because what they're training is not conducive towards building myofibrils. Okay, you need to give it time. You need to train periodically, 7 to 10 days. Okay, depending on how much damage you cause. And even if, if you guys get DOMs and then you guys are, the soreness only lasts about 3 days, and then you're like, oh shit, I could come back, fourth, fifth day. I'd still recommend taking the 7 days off, or even maybe six. If you guys stop feeling soreness after like 3 days, 6 days could be good. But it's just because I just feel like, not that I feel like, but there's gonna be some repair and remodeling still happening even after you're not sore. You guys could try it. If you guys stop feeling sore and you guys try to come back, you will feel that your muscles aren't ready. I've done that before. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Another thing is, people keep asking me, have I tested my maxes? Do I test my max on my bench, any lifts, to know that I'm getting stronger? And I'll just tell you guys this. When I'm warming up, okay, when I'm warming up for a lift, I always do full concentrics to see what my new max is, okay? And I find out what my new max is, and then I add 10 to 20 pounds to it. And that's when I do my eccentric session with. You guys get me? So I am getting stronger because I'm able to handle more weight. I base my workload, my working set, I base it off my new max that I have for that specific exercise, okay? So yes, it does improve your concentric performance, but as of right now, I am not focused on concentric performance. I am thinking differently. So what I found is you guys need to shift your mind, your goals towards eccentric training. Okay, what I mean by that is you guys need to stop thinking like, look, I need to bench 315 for 3 reps by this time, because that's a concentric goal. What that's gonna do, you guys are gonna do whatever it takes to bench 315 for 3, the fastest way. And the fastest way is going to be practicing benching to reach that. But you're not training eccentrically. You're training concentrically. You're improving your neural drive. and you're getting better at concentric lifts to lift that 315 for 3 example. You guys get me? So you guys need to switch it to like, okay, my goal is now, like I'm gonna use myself an example. My new goal is I want to be able to handle 6 plates on the dip, eccentrically, for multiple reps and sets. Why? Now, why do I want that to be my new goal? Because if I do that, then I know I'm going to do whatever it takes to build the myofibrils to be able to handle that weight eccentrically. And it's going to carry over to my concentric strength directly. Okay? You guys need to switch your minds from I want to have a concentric performance, I wanted this, because you guys are going to do whatever it takes to get there. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, and when you do that, you're not going to be building the myofibrils correctly because you guys are going to be lifting too often where you're not giving your muscles enough time to repair and remodel. And it's all going to be neural drive. So if you guys, and you guys could test this, okay? If you guys were to bench a lot, I'm going to use the bench as an example. If you guys were to bench 2 times, 3 times a week, even 4 times a week like a power lifter, your bench will go up. It will go up because you are improving your neural drive, okay? You are practicing the skill of benching. You are arranging your sarcomeres in parallel to bench more often, which will lead to a heavier weight. But if you guys were to stop benching for like 2 weeks, you guys will notice that your bench will drop because it's practiced strength that you guys were doing. To know that if it's real strength is if you are chasing DOMs weekly, feeding your muscles animal protein, where protein synthesis exceeds that breakdown. You come back bigger and stronger week by week. You are handling more weight eccentrically. Say like for me, example, say if I'm doing it on the dip, I'm handling more weight eccentrically. Then, one day I'm like, I want to test my bench. I want to see what it is. And if my bench is, say, 350, which is more than I've ever done, then I know that I have increased my natural strength. Okay? I have increased my real strength, not practiced strength. Like you guys need to differentiate those two. Your real strength is you can come in the gym without practicing benching, without coming in often, and put up 350 or 350, whatever your goal is. Versus practicing weekly, having 3 to 4 sessions of benching a week, and then you reach 315, but then if you stop, then your bench will come back down to baseline. Okay, so that's how I see it. I see when you increase your eccentric strength, you are essentially increasing your natural base strength. Okay, and then when you lift concentrically, you're pretty much maxing out with the muscle you built. Okay, so just start switching up your mindset when it comes to lifting goals. It should be, I want to be able to handle more weight eccentrically because I know that I have built sarcomeres in series and in parallel when I'm able to lift more eccentrically. Okay, so that's how my mindset goes. That's how it goes. I want to lift more eccentrically. That's why when I'm dipping every week, when I do dips, I want to be able to add weight. When I first started doing dips eccentrically, which was, I say 3 months ago. I started 3 months ago with eccentric overload, but it was very inconsistent because I wasn't creating DOMs weekly. It was inconsistent. I didn't really know what I was doing for the first month and a half, okay? The last month and a half is when I got really locked in, and I was, I figured out how to really go at the process, and I was able to create DOMs weekly and get stronger weekly. So when I first started, it was inconsistent. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was doing it twice a week, which is too often, or I would not create enough damage. It was a learning process. I say the last month and a half is when I really got it down, and you're still getting better. So when I first started, I don't have videos of that because I've only had this YouTube channel for about a month and a half now. I think 2 months or something. But that first month, I started off doing 3 plates eccentrically. And I wasn't doing 8 to 12 reps. I was only able to do like 6 reps, like 2 sets or something. Now I'm able to handle 5 plates for 8 to 12 reps for about 2 to 3 sets. So that shows that my strength eccentrically has gotten way stronger, has gotten 90 pounds stronger. Okay. Now my goal for the next 2 months, I want to add another plate. So I want to be able to handle 6 plates eccentrically. Now, fuck, that's a lot of weight. That would be, what is that? That would be 270 pounds plus my body weight, which is 195. Fuck, I don't know. Like was it like 460, something like that? I don't know. It's up there. But that's the next goal in the next 2 months. I want to be able to add a plate to my dip, okay? Eccentrically. I want to be able to handle it eccentrically. Now, I didn't say I want to do it for a full concentric. Not yet. But I know if my eccentric strength goes up, then my concentric strength it's going to go up automatically, of course, because you're handling more weight. Okay, so say this. If I'm able to handle 6 plates, if I take off a plate, do you not think I'll be able to do a full concentric with 5 plates? Obviously, I would. So that's the next 2 months. I want to be able to do 6 plates on the eccentric for dips, and then by the end of the year, my ultimate goal is I want to do sets and reps with 7 plates on the dip eccentrically, man. That's the ultimate goal. That would be a total of 515 pounds or 510 pounds. That would be crazy, bro. So that's going to be the goal. I believe I could get there. You know, people are going to be like, oh, you're going to get diminishing returns, blah, blah, blah. I'll just tell you this, bro. If you're creating damage week by week, consistently, where you're getting DOMs for 3 to 5 days, and you're eating enough protein, where protein synthesis exceeds that breakdown, and you're noticing you're getting bigger and stronger, I don't see any way that I would not be able to get there, okay? I believe I could do it. You just need to rinse and repeat this process, and you'll see it coming, okay? Now, something else, thinking of changing up my approach when it comes to eccentric training. So what I noticed is, so for the past month, I've pretty much been doing the same exercises for the same muscle groups. And I'm thinking of having so week by week where I'll have different exercises for that muscle. So example, let's say week 1 of the month, I do dips. I'm saying for chest, right? Week 2, I do incline dumbbells, and in week 3, I could do some cable stuff for the pecs, okay? And then I go back to dips for week 4, and then incline dumbbell bench, and then the cables. I'm thinking of doing that just so that I'm constantly doing something that I'm not accustomed to, so that I could keep consistently getting DOMs. I mean, even though I stick to the dip, I'm still getting DOMs because I'm adding weight. And so that's still something that your muscle is unaccustomed to. And that's all you need. Or you could do more sets. Your muscles are unaccustomed to it. But, my friend Genetic Beast recommended that I always do at least add something that you're unaccustomed to, so that you could make gains there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be changing it up, attacking my muscles from different angles, different loads and all that. So that's something that I'm gonna be adding to my program. It's just a learning process, man. I believe that, I don't think there's anybody else out there that's chasing DOMs like this. There's a few people on YouTube, and So it's a big ass experiment, man. It's a big experiment. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen? And I'm happy that I'm able to share this experience with you guys, so you guys can see this, that like, okay, muscle damage isn't just a myth; it's actually real. And I think I've been proving that. I know I've been proving it because I'm doing everything it takes. I'm getting DOMs every week, eccentrically. I'm eating a bunch of protein. I'm mainly eating protein. I probably only eat about 20 or 30 grams of carbs a day. It comes from a potato here and there, maybe 50 grams. But so if you guys think about it, if I'm visually getting bigger and getting stronger, if you guys been following my channel, and I'm only eating protein, then logically you have to come to the conclusion that I'm building myofibrils, because that's what they're made of. They're made of proteins and amino acids. They're your contractile units, okay? Now, if I was eating a bunch of carbs and I was still getting bigger and strong, and getting bigger, but it's mainly carbs that I'm eating, then you would know that it's sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, okay? But the fact that I'm creating DOMs weekly, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting bigger. You guys can see my progress, and I'm only eating animal protein. Obviously, it's because I'm building my myofibrils, okay? So it's super exciting, man. I don't know if you guys like these long form talks. I could do more of this. Just let me know in the comment section. Let me know, what do you guys like? What do you guys like to see? Do you guys like to see more training stuff, or do you guys like to see more of me talking and going through my thought process of how I want to attack eccentric overload training? I want to hear from you guys. Just let me know. You know, I'll do whatever. And then I'm thinking of doing a video this week. I want to do the best exercises for eccentric overload. So if you guys are interested in that, just let me know. Let me know what you guys. So it could be something like this: what are the best exercises for eccentric overload? Or I could do more videos where I'm breaking down the science and the biology of what happens when you cause micro damage. I enjoy doing those too. Um, just let me know, guys. But that's pretty much it. That's my thought process behind eccentric overload. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video. Probably something like my thought process behind eccentric overload, or answering some questions, something like that. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys later. Just let me know, comment, subscribe, like the video. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll make a video about it, okay? I'll see you guys later. Peace.